Fnatic's turn to ban. Radiant team ban. Ten seconds remaining. 5 seconds remaining. Fnatic's turn to ban. Ten seconds remaining.
Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to Fnatic versus Execration, game number 3 in this best of 5 showdown. I'm LD. I'm joined here by Winter, as well as a lot of people hanging out at the Astro offices, I imagine. Winter, how you doing?
I'm good. I know you're tired, so I'm gonna try to give my energy to you. Take my energy.
Give me your energy, Winter. Winter-chan.
Well, like I told you, the last game, I think Execration needs to. Oh my god, Tide Hunter again. Man, but at least they have Timbersaw.
No!
I mean, at least they have Timbersaw.
They picked it into the Void again. I feel like the Void is just such a good solution for Tide.
It's vice versa. Because if you think about it,
Well, you
like
can't crack it off Chrono. If you just burst him in Chrono, he just dies.
Yeah, but if you think about Void jumping in, if he initiates on your teammates, then Tide is a good solution to counter
yeah. It goes both ways. I agree with you there.
So, but the Timbersaw is like a pretty good change up on their pace, because I mentioned in the last 2 games they have to stop picking heroes too reliant on big cooldowns, because that's obviously not the way to play against Fnatic. They've figured out very likely the Execration goes down that route. Tide DP, Tide Terrorblade. They are picking a lot of split push, so they need to pick a lineup that doesn't utilize too many cooldowns. Maybe 1 is fine. Okay, I hope that I hope they do not build the draft around big cooldowns along the Ravage. Like too many, like 1 is enough. I hope they don't get too many.
Yeah, I do like the choice here by Fnatic to play it safe. So like they clearly show they can deal with Terrorblade, but this time around Execration take the Timbersaw first. And still technically could run TB, and this time around Fnatic wouldn't have as good solutions for it, and also I think Execration might be a little more prepared for something like the Enchantress grab, so they're going to mix it up with the draft heading into this game.
They ban out Timber out of Titan the first 2 games, and this game they switch it up with the bench ban, and they themselves have been picking bench as an opening hero throughout the day, like the whole day today. So it shows you how much Fnatic value the bench as a hero in the current meta. So 4th pick, or 4th ban rather, for Execration. Then we'll go into a Fnatic pick. What do you want to see out of Fnatic, Winter? Their dire side this time around. Anything in particular that jumps out at you? Well, I think they might actually go back for their split push like lineup, like a more all-rounded lineup, and hopefully heroes that can do Roshan pretty well. They've used Drow Ranger lineups in the past, and they have Invoker. I mean, Void is not the best combination with Drow, but as long as on the Dire, you pick a lineup that uses the Roshan, like a Slada lineup, Ursa lineup, like all those heroes are very good on Dire side.
Pick number 3. Will Fnatic mix it up? It's been... I guess they have to do something different because the Mushi Jug has been banned. It's funny they even banned the Jug, considering I feel like Mushi was by far the lowest impact player on the team both games, and that Jug really could have been any hero.
I mean, that was his own play. So
right.
It wasn't... Yeah, but Juggernaut is still like a very good carry that helps if you're 5-manning, you have the healing ward, and it's a hero that, like I mentioned in the last game, it's very difficult for Tide to go on the off lane if it's against a safe lane Juggernaut. Because it has a lot of kill potential on you with any support. Like 2 heroes can easily kill a Tide with Juggernaut being the carry. And right now, Fnatic is just gonna bolster their team fight, and another hero that's very good at dealing with Tide, because you can't crack and shell off the Static Storm. And
And the
Glimpse
Timber Saw, actually.
yeah, Glimpse is really good versus the Timber as well, like you say. So a perfect pick for the scenario that they have. And Execration, this time gonna go for the Witch Doctor. So if Fnatic were to go back for the Enchantress, they have the Witch Doctor. But
Alright,
yeah,
well, team fights are officially finessed with this pick.
not only that, like all these heroes counter Tide. Doom is his counter, because you can't Ravage if he gets the Doom on you, and Doom is great versus Timber.
I mean,
So
I'm really surprised Execration keeps on going to the Tide at least this
10
early.
seconds remaining.
Like, the hero is not uncounterable. And it's already struggled for them in quite a few games. But do you think they would mix up the lanes? I mean, is there a chance the Tide's not off lane, or at least not
Nah.
straight Iron Talon jungle?
No, I don't think so. I think Timber's gonna be most likely the mid,
Mid,
hero.
yeah. That's what I would assume too.
or maybe safe lane. Abed will play, because Abed and Nando do swap up their lanes sometimes. So Timber might go mid, or he might be safe lane. But overall, I think that they might do the same Tide Hunter jungling thing. Because usually if you go up in the lane against Disruptor plus most of the carries, it's very difficult for Tide to actually lane very well. So in most scenarios, you want to Iron Talon jungle. But it really depends on the other lanes, you know. If you have enough heroes that can help the other lanes and that allows you to get away with jungling Tide at the start of the game, you know, maybe like a safe laner that doesn't need so much babysitting, then that might actually work. Because the last game they had the Terrorblade that needs babysitting. That's why it became so bad for the whole team when they were Iron Talon jungling the Tide and they have a Terrorblade as well.
Rubik now picked up. Do you like this Rubik grab, Winter?
This is rather strange though. There's no, I mean, there's Chrono, but it's very difficult to steal Chrono now because of time dilation. He can easily pop time dilation after the Chrono. So I'm not so sure about the Rubik pick here. It doesn't seem like it has a specific purpose. They're just picking him just as a support so they can maybe roam and run around early. Because Rubik, with you might start Rubik with boots and run around trying to help and secure the lanes, but it's not the best support to do that compared to like a Doom or a Riki or Earth Spirit.
Yeah, it does seem rather odd. I just, for me, the big issue right now is I really feel like Execration is lacking damage.
They
Like, all
are
they have
lost.
is Timber.
I can tell they are lost. It doesn't seem like they have a plan right now. They're just picking whatever that comes, like whatever they are comfortable. I guess like there's no clear plan on what they want to do,
Do you
right
know?
now.
Do you know if they have a coach?
I don't know. I don't think so. I'm not sure.
I'm actually curious because I feel like it feels like a team that doesn't have one and would probably benefit a lot from having one.
Just okay. Now that makes a bit more sense because Rubik has some spam. You need split push. I mean, you deep push when you're picking a Naga type of lineup, and Naga is decent versus the Faceless Void Chronosphere. You can Song to counter initiate, set up for Ravage possibly. But they have Timber as well. Like they 2D push Timber plus Rubik, so they're looking to stall this game out, super late game. And let's see what Fnatic goes for to deal with Naga. They have Doom jungle, FV. Faceless Void could be safe lane, could be off lane for them. So we'll see. Like usually we talk about Naga counters, it's like Tinker, Meepo, all those heroes. Because all those heroes deal with the way you want to play Naga, you split out the map, and Tinker and Meepo can actually deal with the split push very well.
Yeah, Meepo not a Fnatic hero.
I don't think so, yeah. I don't think that is a Fnatic
They already
hero.
have Invoker, so I don't see Tinker coming. I mean, I guess the question is this a jungle Doom or is this an off-lane Doom as well? Do we... I mean, could be an off-lane Void and jungle Doom and then pick a safe laner for Mushi too. It's hard to say.
Or safe lane Void. And they need heroes that build Maelstrom now so that they can deal with the illusions.
I'm a bit afraid of a Mushi Void after that last game. Because this is a game where the Void needs to hit his Chronos.
You don't trust him, I can tell.
Just not right now. Just not right now.
Sure, I mean, I'm with you. He's not been playing well. I can't deny that. You know, I can't help him.
I won't tell him you said anything, Winter. It's okay.
I mean, he knows. I mean, he knows he's not
He's gonna
playing
beat you
well.
up. He's bigger than you. You better be careful.
He's just taller than me, and he's not bigger than me.
Ah, okay, that's way too much information. Anyway, Morphlane the last choice for Fnatic. Woo! Most analysts do not like Morphlane, Winter. He has a very poor win rate. do you agree that he's not a good hero? And either way, do you think he's going to be good this game?
The idea of the morphing here is he has the replicate, so he can move around the map to deal with the split push from Naga Siren, and they need a core. And like we talked about, like Tinker and Meepo probably not possible for them because both hero they don't play Meepo, and usually Midom is the Tinker. So I mean, in Mushi's hero pool, probably there are very few heroes that can deal with the Naga Siren here.
10 seconds remaining.
It's gonna like depending on how much this. I think they're gonna probably do the same thing, Doom plus Void on the off lane, because I don't think you can let the Naga Siren free farm. They should look to pressure her from the start. So I foresee DJ helping out Void like or higher on the Void again, like what happened the last time, and to try to slow down the Naga Siren's farm. Maybe not so much of getting kills because it's much more difficult compared to Enchantress. He was Enchantress last game, so he's much more powerful than the Doom.
Alright, let's see if it will work. Some different heroes. Fnatic have not been afraid to experiment with their picks, and Execration will mix it up as well. Grabbing the Naga to try to round out the draft. They're gonna immediately, for the smoke TPs, drop some wards.
I mean, if it wasn't for the Naga, I mean, I don't know what they were gonna pick. What else they could pick that could actually solve so many problems in their first 4 heroes? Like Naga was a very good last pick for Execration.
It does feel like it ties the whole draft together.
Yeah, it does. It's good against the Chrono. You can use it as a setup for the Ravage, and it allows you to scale very, very well into the late game.
So with that, we're underway. Game 3. Execration, they have to win 3 in a row. Fnatic just need 1, and will have quite a bit of insurance even should they lose this game. So they've got to be feeling pretty comfortable right about now.
Yeah, and DJ has an Iron Talent this game, so he's not going to be helping bottom lane right away. He might be jungling for 1 or 2 levels before he moves towards like the Void's lane, I imagine, or even rotate to help the mid lane because it's an Invoker. You have Cold Snap to set up a gank, so there's always a possibility that you might be able to set up a kill in the mid lane against the Timbersaw.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, Timber is off lane. Hang on.
Yeah, Naga mid.
Timber is off lane, Naga is mid, and
Tide
is safe lane?
Yeah, I mean, I was asking, like, is there any chance they mix up the lanes, but then I was like, what are you gonna do, run Timber off lane and Tide safe? That seems really weird, but apparently that is the choice.
But wouldn't you just do this tri-lane with the Naga? Like, tri-lane with Timbersaw seems...
That seems very weird. And he's super level dependent.
I don't like this, you know. I really don't like this. Timber, like you say, needs his levels. I mean, let's see what they do with it.
And Fnatic's even ready for it. They're running Mushi bottom. So Mushi's just gonna have a 1v1 here.
Morphing against Tide. I remember this matchup very well. Remember
Not so fun for them. Not so fun for the morph lane.
TI2 Mushi against Tide. He was morphing against Perfect Cat 1v1 and he trashed that lane so hard.
Well, Morphin was a lot stronger at TI2, I'm pretty sure.
Exact same matchup, but like you say, Morphing definitely going to be quite happy with that matchup. But I don't see Tide getting like absolutely demolished in this lane. This lane is still playable for Tide, because Tide is much better, like you say, right now in the current meta compared to TI2 era.
Yeah, Nando off to a decent start. They're actually going to bring help for Mushi. 343 will TP in early. And we're going to settle into dual lanes as Tims will also rotate on the Rubik. So 2v2s up top and bottom, leaving a 1v1 mid.
Yeah, but I like it at the end of the day that Execration is changing things up. Like the epic is like a total different direction from what they were doing from the first 2 games. So, and DJ as well. We'll see whether he decides to start helping his lane fairly soon. He's going to get his level 3. Doesn't have the best creep right now. He has the ensnare. There's enough gold for boots. If you look at the lanes, which lane can he actually gank? Mid lane, Naga is pretty healthy with a permanent shield. Probably the Tides lane is the easiest lane to gank though. Like the Timber is not easy because you're having a Void versus Timber lane, and Void pre-level 6 is not going to be able to help to set up anything. So I think right now the laning phase looks pretty good for Execration. They have a very good matchup between Timber versus Void. Naga versus Invoker is also very good for Naga. You can easily farm. I don't think the Invoker can pressure the Naga that much. So everything looks well for Execration at the moment. Mid lane.
Oh, they do make the move here onto mid 1. He threw out the Sunstrike. Abed will be forced back. 3 heroes rotate in, but the lack of damage on their support showing early on as they're unable to get the kill.
Yeah.
Still though, helping secure the Naga's lane, 14-0, so she's off to a good start.
Yeah, like I said, this is looking really good for Execration. The way they laned their heroes is very surprising, but you know, it's at the moment showing that it's a really good decision. All the lanes are getting a lot of farm, a lot of experience. And Doom right now, I think he's gonna be he left a skill point really long. Like he was deciding whether he's gonna roam around and help, but he took a second point in Devour, which suggests that he might try to do a lot of jungling since it's, like I mentioned, it's very hard for him to actually set up kills in the two lanes.
Uh-oh, 3-4-3 is gonna end up giving up the first blood bottom. He got blocked in by a creep. A zone creep actually for quite some time. Was trying to hide in the side shop until he had boot scold, but does end up falling, and I believe he panic bought a salve and wards before dying, so we'll be delaying his boots by a decent amount.
Great start again for
Oh no, that was Mushi salve. He just bought the ward.
Great start for the Tide as well. Getting the kill on his lane, even though the last hit went to the Rubik, but all in all the lanes, like I said, is going very well for Execration. This Timber is just going to demolish this Void. Like, Void cannot do anything against Timbersaw. This lane is definitely won, and mid lane Naga versus Invoker is like a 50-50. Like,
here comes DJ, first rotation though, is with a Tornado. Can he make it work? We'll have to find out as they chase that Rubik. It's a long way to go with the Anchor Smashes being spammed out. Mushi, low on mana here, the Sunstrike coming through. Nice hit by mid one, and just enough damage to get the kill, though Mushi continues to be harassed here. DJ will get to work with the Infernal Blade, and they work hard, but they do manage to secure at least a single kill. Feels like a game where they need those Sunstrikes to connect, because as you mentioned, top lane's not going particularly well. Mid lane Naga's farming, and bottom lane Tide getting his levels.
Yeah, so. This is like I said, the only lane that the Doom can gank, so he made his way all the way down. He's level 5 now, so at least he's gonna get a very quick level 6 at this rate, thanks to the Iron Talent and the kill that he just got. So we'll see what he needs, like level 6 to kill the Timbersaw at top, so that's gonna be his next destination if he's able to pop his level 6 soon.
DJ working on Nando here. They don't have mana for a glimpse, but already Nando closing in on Ravage, has the arcane boots. Tide Hunter getting a lot out of the lane, so
just look at the top lane, man. This lane is getting out of control. It's 34 CS to 15. Like he
I
really
mean, can
needs
Fnatic do anything? Should they switch their
Doom.
lanes, or
They need the Doom to get level 6, then he goes up and kills the Timber. Like that's what I see right now for them.
oh, he is close despite moving a lot. The Iron Talent is paying off as Ohio, under heavy pressure here, is going to go ahead and commit a time dilation just to stop RR from harassing him a little bit longer. Now DJ moving on mid. Does he just stick around in the woods and get level 6? He's kind of indecisive.
Oh, he's dead. Oh, they missed the Chakram.
Ohio still being pursued though. I think they'll have a little bit of time here to bring him down. 10 seconds. They can die for this. RR again missing the Chakram. Does he hit at least the chain? That connects on the way through, but Ohio's a bit too tanky. I'm not sure they're able to kill him all. Meanwhile, bottom lane action also breaking out, trying to finish off Nando. They do finally at long last get the kill in the Void. Glimpse back onto Nando, pulling him into position. DJ committing for this. Sunstrike coming through, just barely clipping him. And they will secure the kill with that. Now diving for Tims. Mushi has the mango he can commit. Doesn't want to though. Ends up being a 1-for-1, a Void for a Tide. Tide not even skilling Ravage at level 6. Just going for that 3-3 build. Or 0-3-3 I should say.
Yeah, and right now Execration heavily pressuring the tier 1 at top, man. This trade is heavily favoring Execration here. They're gonna be able to get the kill on the Void and get the tower kill as well. They need this Doom to do a lot of work. Like DJ is gonna be so important for their team right now. He needs to be able to rotate after he gets level 6 to get the kill on the Timber especially. This Timber has to die. They have to kill the Timber.
Well, you mentioned it, and he is very close to level 6. Buys the smoke already. Gotta expect DJ's gonna immediately go for that first gank as soon as he gets it. Just one creep camp away. And he will pop a Clarity now. Coming back to the lane. See if he's gonna devour anything.
Alright,
leech it.
Meanwhile, I didn't even see them stacking the Ancients, so Nando with the 3 Kraken Shower and 3 Anchor Smash is going to be able to Ancients very easily. He's going to share the experience with the Witch Doctor here. Naga jungling, so everyone is getting farm, like getting experience.
Yeah, Naga even went for an Iron Talon. Haven't seen much Naga since this item got introduced. Is this like a
It's
go-to item, you think?
pretty common on this player. I bet he gets Iron Talon on his Meepo as well. Heroes that constantly farm jungle. So as I said, DJ is heading top with his Doom. He has to kill the Timber. He's smoked up, and they need to get this kill. They have to get this kill. Oh no, if needed.
Dire uses the scan. They know RR's alone, almost certainly. And DJ just waits. This Timber's so confident. He's had such an easy time in this top lane, but it's a trap. He gets caught out. DJ moves in. Infernal Blade committed. They can hopefully with a couple of bashes bring him down. Sunstrike connects. It will be an easy kill unless he denies to the neutrals. The Chrono's there just to prevent a chemo deny. Well played by Fnatic. It might also net them a second kill. The cask will bounce. He's going to have a time walk soon. It doesn't go back to Ohio. Can time walk forward if he gets a bash. It's most likely a kill. He'll have at least one more auto attack here if he can stay in range. No, he can't. Endo rotates in. Meanwhile, still no Ravage.
Oh,
That was a big kill.
that was, I mean, it would be good if they got the Witch Doctor as well, but that was really unfortunate they didn't get the secondary kill. But that was, like you said, very, very big because Timber has been getting way too much out of that offlane, like way too much.
Still, it looks like he spent his gold. Got the Soul Rain and the Magic Wand, so RR did not lose all that much.
He's going to go back to the bot lane, to the safe lane, and leave top to the Tide. Tide is very, very close to his mech, so they're going to hit a timing with Ravage plus mech. It's going to be quite difficult for Fnatic to deal with. They have to execute with their Chronosphere very well to be able to take those team fights. But at least for them, Doom is having a very, very good time.
So what's next for Execration? Is it just buying time for the Naga, more or less?
Buying time for the Naga with the mech that's coming online soon on Nandel. He has Ravage, so they should group up as 4 heroes to take fights. Try to draw attention away from the Naga so Naga can do his thing. DJ.
Tim stealing the Devour. Tim will start collecting some bonus gold. Woohoo! Very nice for Rubik. Normally not the best farming support.
I mean, I would rather get the Scorch Earth, to be honest.
Yeah. You take what you can get, Winter.
You know, sometimes a man can dream, that's what you taught me.
If life gives you lemons, you know what you do?
Make lemon juice, I know.
Lemonade, bro, not juice.
What does Execration make from this game, dude?
They make sweet love to the enemy throne until it explodes. That's the game plan.
Okay, so they have their mech now.
They have the mech. The Naga's
the
1700 gold.
Basically, the other 4 heroes can be the space makers for the Naga right now. They are strong enough to group up and fight against what Fnatic have with the mech on the Tide, the Timber. So we'll see what they actually look to do with this. Do they group up to the mid lane right away? And what's wrong with you, dude?
Our internet has not been great lately. I'm gonna have a very angry call with them after the qualifiers are over.
And I'm gonna give you a back massage when I see you.
Oh, that sounds wonderful right about now. We actually had a masseuse here, but I was casting when she was free, so I didn't get one. I'm very sad. But yeah, everything's going according to plan. DJ found the 1 kill, but it still feels like it's not enough.
3-4-3.
Oh, this would be big. Abed netted up. Sunstrike to follow. Static Storm committed. This is a big one. Can they deny him? Not going to happen. Chemo again, just a bit too late to the party. So all that's happening mid 1. Engaging onto RR. He's out pretty far though. Tims wants to punish this. They can go for a chakram and a dive, but might be a bit too hard. That delays the Radiance quite a bit.
I bet
buy the Boots of Travel first.
I bet got a little greedy there. When he saw the Disruptor, he wanted to pop his Song of the Siren and then he stopped because he felt like he didn't need to, and he got doomed. So,
what do you think about this BOT's first Naga? Is this his normal build?
That's definitely not normal for Naga. It's very greedy. I've seen like maybe, it's very rare, I saw it once or twice from some players where I don't agree with it because I don't like it, like so greedy.
Alright, movement on the mid lane. They're looking for 3-4-3. Cast comes through. Timber will help secure it.
I mean, the thing that it does for you is because your illusion would move faster, you travel faster, so technically you can get to places where you can't reach and get ripped tied off to get last hits from lanes that are very far away. So it helps you farm faster in that regard. And
But
he has
Radiance
a-
also helps you farm faster, so...
Yeah, but you're gonna get the boost of travel regardless. So I personally prefer the Arcane's Foot build up where you disassemble it into Octarine Core after.
Yeah. Because normally you're going to get one at some point anyway for the huge cooldown reduction on all of our spells, and it just has such a good build up.
To make Naga the hero she is, Gorman. Octarine Core Naga.
Nasty creature that she is.
And so
We're going to have action mid though.
Chrono.
Ohio sets it up, a beautiful combination, roasting Nando as well as RR. They can't afford to lose two, along with the... And that is the fight that's going to break this game open. Now, a 2,000 swing. That huge laning advantage that Execration built up is entirely wiped away.
I mean, they were doing the right thing, like I said. Naga is alone, and the four with the mech and the Ravage are grouping out and pushing, but they were just too close to each other. They were playing like there's no faces for it in the game. Like, it was just... I mean, it was just really careless that they were grouped up so close to each other, and it was just like a easy chrono into a disruptor ulti, easy team fight. Like, basically gave it to Fnatic.
And they did not have the Naga there with the song, which, you know, in some cases maybe could turn the fight if you get it off before the Invoker casts his spells, but...
Yep. I mean, oh, by the way, that's something that I just realized, because you were talking about the boots of travel, and if you look at the way they are playing, because they're gonna move like 4 heroes together, so if he gets the early bot, so it still might allow him to join the fights if necessary, if he went for boots of travel build early. So maybe that's part of the thought process, like why he wanted to go for the bots first. For the team, you know, so he can help them out.
So Execration now settling down a bit. They're going to try to move forward again on mid. Chrono is cooling down for 40 seconds, so they have a window here. And they want to take this tower while they've got the opportunity. Fortunately, Creep just doing the work there. Abed does get the last hit though, that's a big one, up to 2,000 gold, the Relic. Fnatic are managing to get out on the map, Winter. They're split pushing pretty nicely here.
They're just playing very well. Like, despite not having the chrono, they understand they can't defend, so they're just using the map, exploiting the heroes, and look at the vision they have in the Execration side of the map. There are 3 very good wards around the area. It's gonna scout at the Naga, farming the jungle, and Midon is gonna get pinged now. I think they saw him running into the jungle, so they're looking for him here.
Oh, Nando does see him, but he gets fogged a bit. It is nighttime currently, unable to lock him down. Meanwhile, we do also see Fnatic on the prowl. Abed's in the neighborhood. He has a haste rune.
Oh, he has no mana.
But Disruptor can counter this if they get the vision. It's nighttime. The smoke just broke, but they guessed the wrong way. They go to the left. Abed sneaks to the right. Up to 2,700 gold. A death there would have been devastating, but it seems he will dodge the gank.
He is actually still pretty farm, like for whatever scenario that his team is putting in right now, and not getting that one death and rushing the bots. He's very close to his Sacred Relic right now.
Do you feel like Fnatic are doing enough, Winter? Oh, Dire Courier getting picked off here.
Yeah, I think they're doing whatever they can. They're fighting with every chrono. They're getting objectives. They're getting towers with it. Because once they have all their ultimates up, it seems like Execration is not very willing to fight before the Naga comes online. I mean, I think the last fight is just mostly their own fault that they positioned themselves very poorly. With,
Mushi, a little gift from the gods. It's his turn to kill a courier. And my turn to catch one. Looks like the Naga killed the last one when she was farming the enemy woods.
And even the carries have casual wind laces. I mean, this item is just so
This
good.
item and the raindrops. Do you think we're going to see them get nerfed soon?
I think wind lace is not as broken as infused raindrops. That item is just worse. So good for the cost that you can get it.
But it does get the relic now. So Radiant's not too far off.
Long game incoming, Gorman. Remember the days where you're casting Naga Siren Phantom Lancer?
Yeah, long game, few kills on little sleep. Sounds like a recipe for a wonderful nap, Winter.
I know you have a bed in the
I'm just
office,
kidding.
you know. You can always use that bed.
Yeah, we've got a bed, we've got some
A
comfy
shower,
couches,
You have a
shower,
masseuse.
masseuse. We have food in the kitchen. We've got booze for those who are done their shift to relax. Now all we need is you.
Right.
When are you coming? When are you coming to visit me? You're not
Dude,
coming to the summit.
I came the last time.
You're not coming to summit. You're not coming to hub. You might not get invited to TI. I'm never
Bro,
gonna see you again.
I
But here comes
lane, dude.
Execration. They want to see Fnatic, and they will. Jumping on the mid one, the Ravage into the lip, and should be a very dead Invoker. He tries for the Sunstrike, but it's simply not enough. Cask is bouncing, but just clearing out the wave.
Hey, at least I'm not visiting once every 2 years, you know? Give me a break. You're the one visiting me once every 2 years. I hope.
Bro, if you start Winter Studios in Malaysia and invite me to your events, I will come. Meanwhile...
Oh, like that's an easy job, yeah? Start a studio casually.
Oh, so you're saying you don't want to have to work
Radiant's
hard.
middle tower is
Okay.
under attack.
Okay, La.
Bottom tower is under attack.
See, Chemo just TPing away. Cute little location, and Ohio not able to track him down. Looks like he was
Okay,
just out of
fine.
vision.
I'll do it if you sponsor me.
No, you're the one who owns Land Cafe. You should sponsor me.
Right.
When are you gonna start your own Land Cafe? Like your own brand?
When I
You
buy
can-
BTS. After I
Ah.
buy BTS.
You can call it Winterfell Studios. And you can be the king in the north. Even though you live in the south.
That's terrible, man. That was just terrible.
Yuck, 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 yuck.
He has Radiance now. Did you even notice? I'm sure you didn't.
I definitely did. And already clicked on him, but thank you for flaming me. So, I mean, at what point can Fnatic try to get control of this game back? Like, now the Naga's Radiance, the lanes are going to start pushing against them. They have
it's
still the
gonna-
Maelstrom on Ohio.
It's
They're
gonna
playing
be
the
a
farm
very
game.
long game now. He has a Midas, he's expecting a long game, and Doom here is gonna run into Nando on the Tide, but Tide has no Ravage yet. They're gonna try to catch him, but he's really, really speedy. Don't think they can actually get up
Void's
to it.
coming though. Ohio thinking about engaging there. But Timber's on the chase. Nando doesn't have the Ravage. Should be able to TP away if need be. Well, meanwhile, Mushi chills up in the top lane. So is this the play? You just go carry Void, get some Midases, go for late game?
I mean, there's not much they can do right now. They can't force the issue. It's gonna be moving into the Naga's tempo right now. He's gonna split push. Like, once Naga gets Radiance, it's like he's just gonna be a different hero. He's gonna control the game. Bottom lane, Void's gonna go in with the Chrono.
Oh,
only
the
catching one.
Chrono, it only catches one, then it gets stolen. Tim's looking to turn this thing around. Chemo, not even dead just yet. Ohio, almost down, but he does manage to time walk away just barely at that still though. It looks really ugly for Fnatic. The stolen Chrono's on point. The Death Ward going. Suddenly their own Void turned against them. Ohio not quite connecting, coming back to haunt them as the Song will follow this up. They're gonna chase forward, but looks like he just gets out of range slightly for a second, and Fnatic are able to start running away as a result. They don't follow it up perfectly. Still, Timber's on the chase. There's no more Doom to worry about. RR, could Bloodstone deny? He may need to. No, he'll be able to chain himself away. And Mushi just sits on the back lines. Ravage is still online. They doomed Nando, but they did not kill him. What a disaster.
Oh,
But now,
Mushi.
the Ravage, the commitment. They get Ohio too. That's 2 cores down. All they lost was the Witch Doctor. And Execration are driving forward. So Mushi cuts the wave. He tries to slow this game down. It is looking more and more like Execration, who will have the ability to control the tempo moving forward.
Yeah, that was very, very good for Execration being able to win that fight. And at Chrono, he was very close to hitting like a 3-man Chrono. He placed the Chrono in the middle, but he only got one of the heroes there. You can't really blame him entirely for that, even though they needed his Chrono to at least land on 2 heroes, at least, for them to be able to take that fight.
Yeah, and they really want the Invoker to be there, like, with the full combo. I mean, that's where they can win fights, is ideally the 3-hero Chrono with the Deafening Blast Meteor.
Yeah, but I think right now at this rate, it's just gonna go very, very long. Like, the game is definitely gonna go long, so, I mean, Fnatic has to be prepared for the long haul. They have to build a lot more
How
items
greedy do you want to be?
The Void has to go into like all the late game items, Maelstrom, the Mjolnir to deal with the illusions.
Looks like he's going BKB next, or maybe Ags?
Might be Echo Saber though.
Oh, you think so? Yeah, that actually makes sense.
That's actually pretty good for Void. But I don't see it a lot. Usually the Voids get, if you are going for carry Void, you get Diffuser Manta. I think that build is the most common build for carry Voids to go for solo kills because it gives you so much damage in the chrono if you're trying to go for a solo pickoff.
Do you like it this game, or you think just going like pure like right game or late game right click is better?
Not this game.
Yeah.
This game he definitely needs a Mjolnir because it's against Naga. You need to be able to clear the illusions.
Radiant's bottom
Push
tower
lanes.
is under attack.
Execration on the prowl, smoked up in the dire
Dire's
jungle,
top tower is under attack.
hanging on for their lives here in SCA playoff finals. They do need 3 games in a row.
Mushi.
This first one looking good, Mushi. Oh, he played, waveforms out. Bit quicker on the reaction, but still Execration able to track him down. The stolen chrono's there, and over the top comes the chakram. Not actually hitting Mushi right now, gets pulled back by RR. They chain their way through with the Maledic together. They should be able to pop him, and he only replicates a short distance away. So now Tim's twice in a row putting that stolen chrono to work, and just seconds before it expired.
Yeah, before it expires. That was, oh my god.
Sick timing from Execration here.
They're gonna
And they're going
try
high
to
ground.
force a buyback on the thing.
Dire's
Oh dear.
Mid one's gonna try to split push, but Abed's up in front. RR as well. Still looking for Ohio to create the plays here. He goes in. 2 hero chrono. It was not stolen. This time it's time dilation, but the Ravage counter initiates, and they don't have the combo from the Invoker. He's still split pushing bottom. Can Ohio time walk this off? No, he dies. And now the push forward. Abed moving into position. It looks like they want to base trade a bit here, but heroes just dropping everywhere. The Disruptor ultimately dies back behind the towers. Still, the doomed RR Timbersaw absolutely fine through this, and they hold the back line in the bottom lane. Mid one forced to go, turn tail and run. Ohio comes in with the time dilation, but Execration keep on pushing forward. They are closing in on a very early Rax. I'm not sure that there's much firepower here from Fnatic at this point. They're struggling to deal with the Radiance Burn, with the Witch Doctor heal. Morphling will join the fray, but what can a Morphling realistically do? No shotgun, no big damage items, just a couple of slightly tanky illusions. Execration, melee Rax about to drop. While that was happening though, mid one did find a skill bottom lane on the Rubik. Rax will fall, the TP's out. Execration, they take a Rax, they get out cleanly, and they definitely come out on top there.
Oh, that was huge that they managed to defend the bottom racks. Invoker only got the tower, so he wasn't able to get any even trades there, and he's gonna at least he's gonna finish his axe. This game has took a very, very big turn towards Execration's favor, with the Void forced to use his buyback there.
Can't count Fnatic out with their team fight, but it is definitely Execration with map control now. They're gonna take a gamble now, Winter. They walk into the Roche Pit, they know the song's on cooldown.
Yep,
The Ravage as well. And they get the Aegis.
And the other thing is Morphling is close to his Ethereal Blade, so that's going to give them a huge amount of burst damage to be able to finish heroes like the Rubik. Being able to kill the Rubik or the Witch Doctor is going to be very, very crucial in the team fights. These two supports can do so much.
Yeah, we were a little curious if the Rubik pick was going to work out, but now that Tim's has a Bleak Dagger and an Aether Lens, he has huge teamfight presence.
Yeah, and by the way, the Timber, he needs a way to deal with the time dilation. Maybe a Lotus Orb would be nice for him, or a use.
Can you BKB it all?
Yeah, you can. But
Okay.
generally, you don't want to get BKB on Timber.
Right.
If
No, I'm just
possible.
curious.
You can remove it just like any other debuff.
Debuff, gotcha.
Yeah, Diffuser, Manta, Lotus Orb, Yules, BKB.
So Mushi will get an Ethereal Blade now. And you mentioned the Lotus Orb, that's something the Tidehunter just purchased.
Not
DJ
on the
going in top lane, but Abed is very speedy. I don't think this is a possible kill.
Oh, you need Aghanims to get the kill like this. Chase people down, run him down with the Aghanim's Doom.
And ideally, you gotta hit him with the Infernal Blade as well. So Timber, to deal with the nuke damage, does buy a hood, tanking up, going for cheaper items. But Mushi grabs an E-Blade. Do you see them being able to get many kills with this Ethereal Blade, or do you think they're still gonna struggle?
It depends if he can find obviously the two heroes that will die from it is the Witch and the Rubik. So it depends if he can find them. That's why sometimes you see Morphlings get a dagger after the Ash Blade, just so that he's able to find the pickoffs. Would be really good for him this game, I think. And the replicate for the Naga is gonna be super useful as well. Don't think we talked about that.
No, not too much yet, but as the game goes later, they'll have a mini Naga of their own. Nando way up in front. They know the Doom's on cooldown, but unfortunately, Nando doesn't have a way out of this Chronosphere. He gets caught up front. The song was late from Abed. Poor coordination from Execration cost them a tide. Will the tower be denied? They're chasing for more. They want that follow-up kill. Disruptor looking for the glimpse, but nobody nearly in sight. And the tower, at critical HP, this Naga illusion could be hitting it to get the last hit, and the bit of bonus gold will do it.
Oh
Yes, sirree.
no! They did not notice that the tower could be denied. That was a huge amount of gold into the Naga's pocket there, and gonna put him closer towards his Octarine call.
And once the Octarine's available, he can be a lot more aggressive with the Song of the Siren usage.
And he has a gem now. It's great for the Shadowblade Doom. So good decision from Execration, giving him the gem, right?
Still, it does show you that Fnatic can find kills on key targets, even if they're farmed. They have the firepower when the Invoker's in the field of battle.
Yeah, and the more I think about the situation right now, the more I feel like they might need an axe on this Void, because they need to use the Chrono to constantly find one pick off here and there, and they don't want to get punished for the cooldown, so getting an axe could also be a good option here.
Yeah, wonder if he will go for it. He's now purchased a BKB, so Ohio not gonna have one anytime particularly
Witch Doctor,
soon.
he has the Glimmer Cape to save himself from the combo. Sunstrike? Ooh.
Oh, that was close. I think he would have barely lived there.
They probably could have coordinated that better when Morphling went in, so you have the slow for F-Blade to land the Sunstrike.
Yeah.
I mean, I guess he didn't expect the Witch Doctor to survive the full burst of the combo. Because he has the Glimmer Cape, so he has the extra magic resistance.
Well, mid one, continuing to do a split push thing though. This is gonna force a Naga reaction. She goes home and does have a song ready, so could punish mid one here. Up on the high ground, trying to deal with the illusions. He has the Aegis for now, but the Mana Bird's really beginning to affect him. Abed, he's gonna Manta, but he's still a bit trapped out. And now has the song. Or sorry, Mirror Image actually, not Manta.
It's a level 16 song, so 1 minute cooldown and top lane, Void is tipping in. They're trying to set up a defense here.
He can definitely initiate the fight with the BKB. They're going to glimpse back the Timbersaw, and Ohio's not able to BKB in time. Nando too quick, got right on top of him with the Ravage. A big pick off to start this one, and now looking for a bit more. Mushi waving forward onto Chemo, but struggling to finish him off. He E-blades, he goes for the shotgun. It's not enough. The Glimmer Cape saves his life, and now Mushi's on the run. Abed joins the fray. Can they bring the Morphling down? He's very tanky. Sunstrike comes through, but it hits Nando, who's already Ravaged. Not the ideal target, and the meatball over the top. Doom committed as well. They focused on Abed. They will kill him off. The Lotus Orb's not good enough, and now Aegis expended. Time for round 2. Who else can they kill? Mid 1, looking probably for the Rubik, the squishiest target, but DJ's already dropped. Mushi could be next, running out of strength to morph to. In fact, he's completely spent it all. He can replicate though. Mid 1, hanging onto this fight, salvages it with a double kill, looking for a bit more. Mushi wants to fight further, but he's ever so low. It's very risky to stick around. He does throw out an Ethereal Blast, or rather an Adaptive Strike, I should say, looking for RR. Hold Snap interrupts the Timber trade. Still they chase, still they fight, but this Timbersaw becoming a real problem. Mushi just can't get the kills. Dodging away from the chain.
Ooh,
back
that
off.
was close.
Could have been a lot worse, but they still lose 3, almost 4, and an Aegis.
That was close. I mean, it's still pretty bad for them, considering everything, but at the very least they got the Naga. But like you said, this Timber is racking up the Bloodstone charges. Gonna be a huge problem in the fights. They need to... There's too many heroes they need to doom, you know? Like, they need to doom the Naga, they need to doom the Tide, then there's the Timber. You doom one of them, then you get the Chrono on the other, but then there's the Song, so it's like... You have to get the doom on the Naga, then you probably try to Chrono the rest and kill the rest. Until you get the refresher on doom.
It's looking a bit bleak for Fnatic. I mean, that's a fight where they kill the Naga right away. But then again, I guess you also look at it and say if Ohio BKB's there or gets off the Chrono, maybe Fnatic can win the fight.
Yeah,
so.
he was just out of like... I say he was out of position because he was in front of tier 2. Like, it's weird, but must remember that Execration was there trying to push the tower, and you should always be very careful when the enemy was just around the corner pushing the tower and they backed off a little. They might still be there, so he was just a little bit He was just a little bit too far forward there, too confident, and he got jumped by the tide. And like he's the main team fight hero, he has to be able to pop his BKB and initiate quality for his team.
And that's just credit to Nando as well for having the confidence to jump directly on top of him.
And very decisive.
You have almost no time to BKB that.
Yeah, he like showed himself in the lane for 2 seconds and they decided to jump him. So yeah, on their part, it was very decisive on Execration, deciding to go for that kill on the Void.
They have more boots of travel, so the mobility ramps up. RR grabbing those, so he can really follow up this Naga split push with some aggression, some pick-off potential.
They're gonna look for kills here. Naga's gonna scout things out with the invis, but he has the Radiance on, so they know there was Naga there. They know he was there.
Abed.
Oh,
He's doomed. He waves those arms, just looking for the ability to escape. What a costly death this will be, unless he can somehow make it out. But he is completely surrounded. Timbersaw potentially to the rescue until Invoker unloads the full combo. The Chrono's there. It catches up the tide. This could get bad. The Chrono's stolen. Naga gonna buy back. They're really committing for this fight. Engaged, but one for each side. Mid one trapped within. Can they finish him up? Pulled back into the death ward. He will fall. Wall to the south. Ohio on the retreat. He's got the gem. He gets netted. Time Walk not available for a bit longer. Does Time Walk off all that damage, then the dilation coming through. But they say screw it. Let's go down mid. And maybe go straight for even the throne potentially. His Execration is trying to end this game right now. Where are they headed? Thinking about tier 4s, thinking about bottom. They go for the lower hanging fruit, rotating over. No Invoker for 50. Damage lacking, Chrono unavailable, Doom offline. Execration have found their opening. The window was open, a crack. They've ripped the thing off the hinges, and they keep on pushing forward. Tier 3 about to drop. No split push in sight. Fnatic almost sure to lose another lane of Rax, regardless of what happens here with the Song of the Siren still available. This could quickly turn into complete map control. Just playing around those cooldowns so nicely. They even find DJ too. Caught out on the Doom. Locked down. Being focused. Has to run all the way back. The melee Rex in jeopardy. About to fall. Fnatic getting outmaneuvered here. They had Execration on the chopping block. This game looked to be theirs. But all of a sudden, with 2 lanes down, it gets nigh impossible to push out.
Well, Naga Siren, 2 lanes of racks up. It's very, very hard to deal with. It's not much hope left for Fnatic here. They have to hope for some sort of big Chrono, win the team fights. Because Naga used buyback, so if they can actually get a kill on Abed in the next few minutes, that would be a really, really good way of starting their comeback. If they can get a Chrono into a Doom on him. They might find him
but
here.
Can they catch Abed?
Oh, no!
Oh, Ohio!
Oh!
That hurts. That might be a 3rd lane of Rax switcher.
Oh!
And that's exactly what RR wants to make. A 3-4-3 dropping the static somewhere. RR just charges past it. He doesn't give any hoots about the situation. Diving deeper, Abed will convene an Execration. They see opportunity. Mushi will dodge that net, but they don't really care about the heroes. I think they just go for the megas.
Man, with no Chrono, this is like close to impossible task for Fnatic.
Yeah, let's see. They'll try, but it's going to be so hard. Time dilation to start it off. RR, the man in front, the Lotus Orb wears off. And now the dilation back the other way, preventing Mushi from really changing his spells, or casting his spells, I should say, as Ohio moves on to Abed, trying to finish him off. And RR dives deeper, but really, it's got to be the Rax that are the focus here. Sunstrike being thrown around willy-nilly. The Timbersaw just dragging them back while they try to hit buildings, but a bit indecisive here. As Execration, they do have a Doom Naga, so they're playing it safe until that wears off. Time lapse, time dilation, and then a time walk back, I should say. As RR nearly dead, near the enemy well. Not gonna Bloodstone Suicide. He timber chains out. There's the Ravage from Nando, keeping him alive just at the break. Playing this one on the edge. Execration pulling through. Tier 3 falling. All that remains is 1 lane of Rax. The Void still has no Chrono for 20 seconds. Have they written the time down? Are they gonna push it to the limit? They kill him off! Ohio! Oh no, no BKB. There's a buyback available. He's down for a minute. Maybe he can buy back and turn this, but Winter, it's looking really bleak at this point. DJ will fall. Execration hanging on by a thread. They've still got 2 games to go, even should they take this, but by golly, it looks like this might be theirs. There's the Chrono, but the Song prevents the mid one follow-up. Another wasted Chrono. The cock block from Naga just may have sealed the deal. Execration now. They can chase Mushi. They can look for this Rex. The Morphblade still being hounded. Forced back. Everybody alive. healthy, popping the creeps, the range down. One melee is all that's left. Fnatic fighting for dear life, but it's a futile effort, really. They're not killing anyone. They can't burst heroes. They don't have the combo. The firepower's lacking, and bit by bit, inch by inch, Abed pulling this melee Rex down. This too shall fall, and Fnatic are essentially out of it. There's just no way at this point. Even if they team wipe Execration, it's not going to matter. They've all got buyback. There is no neck post for the eggs this game. That's the GG. Fnatic will not cleanly take this into the good night 3-0. They will have to do this the hard way. There will be game 4. And if Execration have their way, a game 5 as well.
And a great switch up by Execration. I wasn't sure if they have something else up their sleeves after the first 2 games. I know I mentioned that they have to change things up. They cannot play the same way with the first 2 games, what they've done in those games. They need to change up their playstyle, and they did. And it worked out very well for them and for Fnatic. The Morphling pick, even though it seems he's 4-1 and 5, but it seems